Hello and welcome to the Brothers Slim, where tonight, two bros in arms play a fun narrative campaign-driven board game, Oathsworn Into the Deepwood. We are continuing our campaign and sojourning on, shall we say, to Chapter 9, the story. Yes, indeed, in Trespass Odyssey, many hands. Too many hands.
Too many hands.
Can't touch this. Yes, well, let's get this flipped over here. There we go. Some sunlight still filtering through. Looking quite nice. Cool. And so, Jordan, you are obviously at the story, so it's not really going to bring in any sort of new characters that much, but you are bringing in...
We're bringing in the Huntress. She looks like a bad babe. And I'm really excited to see how the Falcons play.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And there we go. Oh, that's upside down. I forgot I flipped it around. Here we go. Looks kind of like a pumpkin, but pretty cool.
It's a great paint job on that one, too.
Thanks, man.
Most excellent.
Yeah, I'm stoked on that. And I was like, I don't know if she's ever going to get played because she's one of the hard players to beat. And so stoked to try her out.
We'll struggle through it. It'll be good.
Oh, dang. Our ranger player sacrificed her ranger and became a huntress. Badass. Speaking of leveling up. Okay, where did I put the book? Here we go. Would you like to start us off?
Oh, I would love nothing more.
Fantastico. Let's see. This is, if I recall correctly, called The Amber.
The Amber.
That's what it started right there.
Alrighty. End scene. You finally arrive in Varum, scarred and weary from your journey through an unforgiving Deepwood. It was a long trek, but you have returned with the mendicants you were sent for. As you enter the city, horns blow and cheers go up from the crowds gathered to see the heroes of Bastow.
Here, here.
Return along with their salvation from the plague. It seems the criers have been earning their iron of late, planting hope in your mission. You note, even in their jubilation, members of the crowd try to keep their distance from one another. I forgot about the plague. Dark times. Upon your arrival, you are met by a group of officials who quickly usher away the mendicants, no doubt to be put straight to work as the city can spare no time for rest. Without stopping, you break free from the crowd and head deeper into the city. The shadow of this plague seems to have grown since you left. The few people in the streets scuttle from one door to another, and everyone has scarves or handkerchiefs drawn tightly across their noses and mouths. You feel the temptation to quicken your steps, but resist. Because we're Oathsworn. Your wariness does not ease until you see the sign of the broken oak swaying in the breeze. You have only been its owners for a few months, and actually lived in it for less than half that time, but with the ministrations of Grey Cane and Bram, it has started to feel like home. A few days of rest and some hearty meals see your injuries healed. All players remove all injury cards from their deck, returning them to the bottom of the injury deck.
Fantastic. I don't think
carry any injuries?
I don't think we do, which is lovely.
Isn't that wonderful? We should have gotten a bonus. In my An official from the crown visits the inn during this time and dumps a sack of iron on the table for your aid to the city. By the size of the sack, it seems Varum may not be worth very much. But the man expresses regret that the king's coffers are currently strained by the plague. He also reminds you the contract to retrieve the mendicants had been in obligatum, so it could not have been refused. A danger of the job, all free companies are required to accept such contracts when they are issued from the Ravenspire or the Crown itself. Refusal would have meant death at the hands of another 2 or 3 free companies sent to hunt you down.
Oh, dang. Cannibalism.
Each Oathsworn gains 5 iron.
5 good.
That is pretty soft for the amount of work we put in.
Yeah, I think it was two chapters where there were.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Perfecto.
The days continue to pass, one into the next. If you have the keyword Lena on your free company sheet, turn to 19.2.
Do have that keyword.
Do we?
Yes, we do. I think Lena was
the
saucy
little
one.
The little helpful / demon girl?
No, Lysine is the
Lena was the one who
strumpet.
Ditched us, the strumpet.
Yeah. We kind of jokingly read her as a strumpet, if I recall, and then the writing, she was very much that way too.
We're excellent judges of character.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh no, Lena is the The little girl.
Oh, is she the little girl?
Yeah.
Oh, my apologies.
No strumpet.
Lena was so sweet. No strumpet indeed. Mm-hmm.
Lena, the young girl you rescued from the satyr's staff. I'm still horrified by that person tied to the top of the satyr's staff.
Oh, yeah. It's creepy, eh?
Horrific.
Glowing eyes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the vomiting of the stuff.
Yeah. What a horrific attack.
Oh my god.
It's like, I don't vomit at you. I'm too good for that. I'll have a buddy of yours vomit.
The young girl you rescued from the satyr's staff remains afflicted by a mysterious state of slumber. With seemingly no injuries, the healers are at a loss as to what the cause may be. Finally, one night you hear stirring from her room. Opening the door, you find her writhing in her bed. Don't love that. The commotion draws the rest of your company as you try to restrain her to stop her from hurting herself. The moment you touch her, her eyes burst wide open and she unleashes a terrifying scream. Ah! Dark light pours from Lena's eyes and mouth as it did when she was tied to the satyr's staff. You dive for cover. Each Oathsworn performs a survival check difficulty 4.
Ooh.
All who fail lose 1 hit point.
Oh, dang. Starting off strong. Okay. Well, do you want to start us off?
Sure. Okay. I want to know how many redraws I get on this business. Dos
Equis.
Survival checks are flat, I'm assuming?
Yeah, so just whites. Ooh.
Warden, don't give a fuck.
Yo, that's just Wardenary. Oh, what is that dice doing? Holy moly. That was one of the longest single...
That was savage.
That was wild. You made it, though.
So 2 redraws, though. I had 2 blanks.
Oh, did you have 2 blanks?
Yeah.
Oh, I was so just keyed in by that one.
We're good.
Nice. Okay. It was difficulty 4?
Difficulty of 4. 5 might have been overkill.
Same. Yeah, I never seen a round in D6 take that long. Yeah, it was literally spinning
Magic
like top.
hands.
Mm-hmm. We did have some amazing rolls during the...
Oh my god.
Okay, so that's good there.
That's good. What did Sean roll for damage that one round?
I think he got
25?
Yeah, I think he got 25.
More?
It was
insanity. We ran out of dice because of how many crits, and then he had to move on to cards, right? It was insane.
Yeah, Sean's first session back as the Blade himself. Fucking crushed it.
Yeah.
Like, it put us to shame in how much damage we deal, basically.
And then he sucked the dice dry for like 6 rounds.
Yeah, and we rolled so bad. But that one turn was worth it. It was amazing.
Yeah, it was pretty phenomenal.
Okay, now on to Sojourn. Nice. We are good. So we dodge the dark light.
Dodge the dark light.
DD, baby.
Energies capable of necrotizing flesh lash out, throwing the room into ruins. As quickly as it began, the eruption subsides. Lena holds her hands over her eyes, momentarily vulnerable. If that happens again in a crowded area, many could die. You owe this girl for what she did in the Satyr's realm, but does that debt involve risking your life and the lives of others? Choose one. Kill Lena or try to calm her.
Oh, dang. Dark. Dark. What are your thoughts?
I have qualms with saving this little girl, bringing her all the way back here just to slash and burn at the first sign of trouble.
So saving her sounds good.
Want to take over?
Certainly. 19.5. Thank you, sir.
19.5.
As you slowly approach her, you ask if she remembers you or anything that happened in the realm of madness. She seems to relax a bit as she tries to piece everything together. The clearest memory she has is of 2 huge eyes she saw in the woods that lured her away from her village. Whose eyes could those be? The arm flailing too bad. She tells her how she felt drawn to them as they called her deeper and deeper into the forest. Aside from that memory, everything else feels like a half-remembered dream to her, or a jumble of random moments. Her only other recollection is feeling completely powerless against the beast's commands while tied to that staff. Power vomiting on us. The thought triggers a fresh batch of memories and immediately reduces the girl to tears. Choose one. Console Lena and tell her you will protect her. ? Give her space, but tell Lena she must leave in the morning. I feel like we should probably Probably protector.
Protect. I'm down with protect.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Isn't she like 8?
Yeah, she's super young.
Sorry, kid.
Yeah.
Your eyes are weird. Time to hit the road.
Yeah. Hit the road, Lena, and never come back. Never come back. No more. Mm-hmm. Don't bring the dark light back. We all gain a redraw token.
Because we're good peeps.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. We love to be good peeps. Thank you, sir. Gorgeous, gorgeous. You place a gentle hand on her shoulder. The contact is all it takes for her to fling her arms around you, as if you were the wire road itself. No. Very sweet. Oathsworn, of course, has her first thought.
The warm embrace of the wire.
After a long moment, Lena gathers herself. I can still feel it inside me, like worms in my stomach. How do I keep it from coming out again? She asks. You tell her you do not know, but you promise that you will be there to protect her if she does. As you look at the charred gashes in the walls, caused by an explosion of dark light, a part of you wonders what you may have just gotten yourself into. Which is fair. Which is very fair. Good call, by the way.
Thank you.
Gain ally card 21, Lena.
Ooh.
Sweet. So that'll be in there. Fantastico. And City Event 31, Deepwood 33. Hopefully that's not her exploding with dark light.
Oh my god, true.
In the city square.
Is the allies behind?
Mm-hmm.
Lena does not look 8, actually. She looks like a moody 14-year-old.
Oh, she does look moody.
Moody Lena.
Moody Lena.
Who hurt you?
Walking
we do know that,
through
actually,
the trees,
don't we?
Moody Lena.
Don't vomit on me.
Oh my god!
Oh
That
no.
was fantastic. Okay, events, perfect. There we go. May as well. Do you want to shuffle these up, good sir? And I'll shuffle these ones just off on the side here too. Not too many city cards, but a lot of Deepwood cards. Okay. Oh, interesting. If you have the Mute Boy ally, turn to 19.8. If you do not have the Mute Boy ally, turn to 19.9. I think not, but let's see.
Double check. The Mute Boy.
I think the only young lad we have is... oh my god, I've forgotten his name. Midge, that's his name.
Yeah, I did see Midge. No Mute Boy.
All right, 19.9 we go. Nights later, the inn is packed and it seems like half of a room is crammed into the broken oak. Apparently, word has spread that this area of the city is considered to be relatively plague-free. Mm-hmm. You settle into your usual table, and the evening's conversation turns to the origin of the unknown horrors you had encountered upon leaving Varoon. The wacky, whaley, armored flammable lizard man.
Those guys were gangsters.
They were. Yeah, they messed us up.
They fucking messed us up.
Mm-hmm. I still love the idea of them just as they come at us. Yeah. Oh, goodness. Midge's legs swing as he sits on one of the beams above you, occasionally pelting you with nutshells and swiping pieces of bread or cheese from your plates. Sweet little scamper. Wish you drew more event cards throughout the game. Yeah, we haven't drawn that many either, to be honest. New campaign found the Mute Boy. Interesting. Very cool. My gut feeling is that it's to do with the 6 children, but... Mute Boy's like 8 in the cobbles of... Oh, dang, that's a while back in Chapter 2. Terrible scene. Keeping him with us is probably better. Interesting. Very interesting. But to do with Chapter 2, which was the Satyr... Okay, 19.18. Suddenly the main door swings open and a hush sweeps across the bar. You look toward the entrance and see a cloaked figure wielding a raven-headed staff as he enters the inn. Cups and utensils clatter as patrons abandon their tables and quickly exit the common room. Bram cleans the glass he's holding, even more vigorously, trying to conceal his nervous hands. What is a watcher doing here? Grey Cane whispers as he turns his head away in deference. That was one of the creepy people hidden by the cloaks, if I remember correctly.
I don't know if I was around for that.
It was when we arrived in Varoom. He was the watcher on the walls. Let them in. That's how I remember it, at least.
Was that right before the Venerators?
Excuse me, it was before that, so maybe
right.
not.
Yeah, Venerators were Sestercia.
Mm-hmm. Good name. Good name.
That is a good name.
Yeah. There's little in this world that would warrant the presence of a watcher in your establishment. They rarely leave the Ravenspire or the King's side. Looking through the open door, you also see a pair of glowing eyes, taller than any normal human, smoldering in the rainy night behind the cloaked figure. You are no stranger to the stories of the automatons who guard the gates of the Ravenspire, their massive bulk given life by unknown powers. Never before have you seen an iron golem up close until this moment. Very, very interesting. Do you want to continue with 19.16?
Sure. You approach the watcher tentatively. The hooded face turns to you. So do the dimly glowing eyes behind. A sense of power exudes from them that has you mentally checking your company's positions in the room. The watcher's voice, when it finally speaks, rasps across the room. I come bearing a contract for you. This is not a good accent for this. I come bearing a contract for you, Oathsworn.
Just a long paragraph.
Yeah. In obligatum. They're always in obligatum, aren't they? Your recent successes have earned you much trust with the crown, and a matter has arisen that requires only the most dependable assets. These assets.
Yeah, I love being called a piece of meat.
Glim Hollow, an amber harvesting village, has gone silent. You will investigate the reason why. If they are besieged, free them. If they are rebellious, tame them. If they are dead, avenge them.
Cool. Yeah, good behind it.
In obligatum again. Most free companies see no more than one in a lifetime, but you have had two back-to-back. You have heard whispers of free companies being chosen by the Ravenspire for special attention. Every contract survived, only proving the value of the company and increasing their chance of being chosen for the next vital mission. For these unlucky souls, the cycle is usually broken only one way: death. Casting the thought aside, you focus on the task before you. You may ask 2 questions. Choose one. Ask the Watcher for more information about Glim Hollow. Ask about the iron golem behind him. Ask how his cloak remains dry when it's raining outside. Ask if he will compensate you for scaring off your patrons. I feel like I have an idea of the answer to that last question.
Creepy as heck. This is actually not far from the narrator's accent from the Watcher. Oh, sweet. Nicely done, Mr. Williams.
Cheers to that. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful.
What do you think?
I feel like the first 2... Well, we get 3, right?
2.
Oh, we get 2. Well, the first 2 I think are the most interesting. The last 2 kind of remind me of more glib, like D&D's kind of
Totally,
style.
if you had extra asks, then maybe the cloak is the thing to ask about.
Yeah, I'm thinking the first 2.
All right, you want to start with the Golem or the Glim Hollow?
GNG. Hey, maybe the Golem?
Yeah, let's do it. The Watcher glances briefly over his shoulder to the figure with the glowing eyes. Another asset of considerable worth. He will accompany you on your journey. Ooh.
Oh, dang. New
Iron
ally.
Golem ally. You gaze at the Iron Golem as it stands stock still in the rainy night. Amber lanterns reflect off its black surfaces, clearly dark iron in construction. There's something unnatural about the thing, as though life exists where it should not.
Just totally got in my head, especially a little bit of that voice too. Behold the power of my fully operational dark iron golem.
Definitely where I was going with that.
Yeah, it's awesome.
We want info about Glim Hollow.
I think so, yeah. Was that Gloom Hollow, by the way?
Glim Hollow.
Oh, Gloom Hollow. Awesome.
Gloom.
Is it Gloomhaven reference?
Hollow. 19.4. Backtracking.
Oh, does it? Oh, thanks for the heads up.
Last.
You're leaving home. I updated the text, but I didn't click done. Let's see if it updates. Updating. Cool.
Updated?
Updated.
Updated!
Thanks, Erluza.
What about Glim Hollow?
What about Glim Hollow?
Glim Hollow is one of the longest surviving outposts in the Deepwood. Not more than a day's journey from here, it is responsible for harvesting much of the amber used throughout Varum. If the supply line is not reestablished soon, the city will face a cold, dark winter. That was not really a lot of information.
No, that wasn't.
All right, we have no choice but to ask why he came in person.
Sounds good. Let's do it.
To take on that tidbit?
I would love
19.21.
19.21. From the shadow of his cowl, the Watcher studies your faces for a long moment. Seemingly satisfied, continues. There is a second matter which also requires your attention in Glim Hollow, Oathsworn. One that is not to be spoken of beyond this room, nor will it be found in your contract. Amber serves many vital purposes to the kingdom beyond mere lamplight. Many other uses. A rare form of it has been found in Glim Hollow. The village has used its possession of this amber supply to resist past inspection, but it is time they return to the fold. Very Empire-like.
Very Empire-like.
You must gain access to this village, one way or another. I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna get you, and return the amber to us. No one can know this purpose. The Watcher's eyes narrow, beckoning your attention. But be warned. Great care must be taken not to touch the gemstones with bare flesh. The effects would be rather unpleasant. The Watcher places a sealed scroll on the bar top, undoubtedly your contract, and curiously, a small metal rod beside it. Without another word, he slips out the main entrance, leaving the enormous golem behind. Very, very interesting. Choose one. Go to the items on the bar top. Take a closer look at the golem.
Let's start with the swag.
Yeah, swag up, baby! 19.22. When you pick up the metal rod, the glowing eyes of the iron golem immediately turn toward you as if awaiting your command. A control rod, Greykane says with awe, peeking over your shoulder.
Neat.
The rod is light, barely heavier than a coin, and made of a single piece of strange metal. Sealed within the sealed scroll, you find a basic set of instructions on how to command the golem, followed by a single warning. How do you turn this thing on? Do not restart multiple times. Actually, it says it there. Do not remove the muzzle. Interesting. Should we take a closer look at the golem? I kind of think we should at this point.
Probably, yeah.
19.1.
Do not remove the muzzle. Why would they just not build it without a mouth?
The iron golem is massive, easily weighing more than a full-grown bull. Its broad feet are all that keep it from sinking into the mud. Thick arms and thicker legs, forged from dark iron, mimic the human form. Only swole is heck. We'll leave it at that. Its icy white eyes stare blankly from a featureless head with a metal plated gag buckled securely over its mouth. Do we want to ungag the golem?
My god, they just let you do that right away?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorely tempted.
Me too. I'm kind of curious if it'll... The question is to just go from the get-go and be risky and...
Is it going to hurt us or is it going to scream in pain or something?
Does it have a beautiful voice? I'm curious if...
The voice of an angel?
Yeah. Amazing. I'm tempted to wait, and maybe if we get an opportunity later...
We can do it then? All right.
Thoughts? Feelings?
I don't know.
We did hold off on the fun, wry responses to the Watcher himself, so do we just ignore his...
There's a thought.
Arzula did not pull the muzzle and don't remember another option. Tricky. Well, should we do it in that case?
I think we probably risk taking a smack, but we have crushed those survival checks, so...
Let's do it.
All right.
Let's
unbuckle
on the edge. The muzzle. 19.19.
Probably not going to be a good idea.
You unbuckle the heavy muzzle caging on the golem's face and see a slight gash where the mouth should be. Suddenly, its eyes dim and the unformed mouth lets out an unholy scream. Ah!
Oh my god!
You fumble with the muzzle, desperately trying to reattach it as a crippling screech threatens to destroy your eardrums. Ah! and rivulets of blood begin to trickle from your ears and nose.
Oh my god.
I feel like that's very, like, in line with...
Yeah, that makes sense.
Do we take the biscuit?
No, never take the biscuit.
Amazing. Each Oathsworn performs a might check, difficulty 5. 6 if you are the selected one to secure the muzzle. Each Oathsworn that fails loses 1 random combat token. Well, let's do it.
Who's gonna replace the muzzle?
Maybe the penitent.
Nice.
I think he's hard one. He hard as heck, hard as steel, still getting harder. Okay, so 5. Yeah, that's not too bad.
No, it could have been worse.
I think one upgrade to streaming that I want to do is figure out how to get the chat to actually show up in the stream. I think that'll be the next upgrade.
Much more better.
Much more better, less problems.
Crush that.
Okay, indeed, for 6. And may as well reroll one just for funsies. Okay, well, he did it. Difficulty 5. Same one dice again. Chronobo. 1, 2, 3. And that's it, hey?
Reroll.
And it's a might check. I guess may as well do a redraw token because I'd have to lose a token.
Don't we get the...
it's a might check, so I don't think so. I don't think we have a...
savage. Is it worth using the reroll?
I don't think so. Rerolls are nice. I'll get rid of the +2 animus.
Fair enough. I was definitely thinking we had rerolls on rerolls for this.
Alas, not for this one.
Not so. It's a lot of blanks. I guess the Huntress loses her reroll token. One, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Perfecto.
Warden Swarden.
Okay, awesome. A wave of pain, or as waves of pain rack your mind, you grip the buckle and with great effort force the mask back into place. It takes several minutes for your heartbeat to slow and your hearing to return to normal. Tinnitus!
Savage.
Now I suppose we should probably go to the items on the bar top.
I suppose so.
Okay, 19.22. When you pick up the metal rod, the glowing eyes of the iron golem immediately turn toward you, as if awaiting your command.
Did we do this?
Oh yeah, we totally did this already. Yeah, never mind.
This is in case you haven't already looked at the items.
Oopsies. Well, in that case, prepare for the journey. 19.3. Do you want to read the journey preparation?
Certainly.
Oh, nice and short.
If you have the Lysine ally with you, turn to 19.15.
We do have Lysine. We saved her from burning.
Ooh.
In Bastogne. Not Bremen. What is Bremen? Bremen is in something, but Bastogne.
Sometimes I wonder... Never mind. Makes sense to me now. Forget I said anything.
The suspense.
I had to work something out in my brain. Just as you prepare for the journey, Lysine comes down a ladder she has put up that goes onto the roof of the oak. She has a bundle in her arms. I heard we're moving out again. So soon already? I've harvested the first batch of herbs early for this. She hands you the bundle. It is full of various healing herbs that Lysine has been growing on the roof of the broken oak. Every bit of space is made use of in the city, and your tavern is no different. With thanks, you accept the gift. Gain 2 curatives and place them in your injury deck.
Fantastico.
Lysine crushing it.
Lysine be crushing it. Okay, curatives.
You may start a trade with the banksmith and apothecary.
Nice. And injury deck. Okay, that's awesome because I think buying some stuff will be good. Just gonna shuffle this deck really quick here. We've really lucked out on the injuries we've gotten so far. Like,
has there been any like seriously problematic ones? Because Hadrian the Warden got a non-injury.
The blade with Shawnee also got some non-injuries, and then other than that, we only got injuries, like not enough injuries to actually like cause anything.
Nice.
Which was nice indeed. Okay, that is good there. Banksmith and apothecary, common items. Well, everybody's favorite thing to watch. Shopping! Okay. Yeah, I feel like this might bite us in the butt, but I think we're good on buying curatives. You want to buy a cool bow?
Oh, probably.
Tower bow.
That is a cool bow.
In the meantime, would you like some apple pie?
Oh, yes.
Fantastic.
I love me some apple pie.
Read anything out if it's cool, and maybe show off some art too if it's
sure.
cool.
This tower bow looks cool. Let's read it off. So the tower bow, 2-handed bow, as most bows are. 2 red cubes, which is pretty gangster.
Yeah,
when you attack, spend any amount of animus to add 2 range to the attack for each animus spent. Companion, add 4 range to an attack.
Sweet. That's awesome.
That ain't bad.
Mm-hmm. Do you want an ice ability or just straight?
I'll have an ice. If you're having an ice.
Actually, I'll also do an ice. Most important question for Cornovo: is there a better Cholo shirt?
I don't think that exists. It's just too fine. There is this oilskin wrappings if he wants to go full nerd, though.
I mean, nerd's pretty hot too. Oops.
It's very dapper. So we've got the nerd gown with some very nice shoulder pads.
Oh yeah, looks like you almost fit in Star Wars.
Or Return of the Cholo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think we'll probably keep choloing it up for now. That is pretty sweet. Ooh, what's that armor? Was it Banded Mail?
Banded Mail. It's just 4 armor, move 3.
What chapter is this? Chapter 9.
Does that interest you?
What is it? 4 armor, move 3.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the same item name.
Oh, weird, but just a different effect.
Thing. Yeah, I'll probably keep the same one.
There's this pilgrim staff, which gives 4 yellows.
Oh, what?
Which is pretty gangster.
I mean, I just started getting daggers on the AV, but what is that?
Is one of those the AV?
Yeah, the weird little star thing.
Nice. When you use an ability with the range keyword, add 2 range to the ability.
Let's put that to the side. That's awesome.
That's pretty gangster.
Pilgrim staff. Fun artwork. I like a totem. Yeah, Arizona, that would be good with the witch. I think we switched the witch out for now. Going with the huntress for the moment, and then hopefully with Sean in the encounter. We've been doing Sojourn as the second, and then with a blade and probably the huntress.
Yeah,
for hopefully a little bit more of a well-rounded group.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be way really.
Yeah, because we went pure thickness last time.
Yeah.
The thick boy crew.
Thick boy crew. And it worked.
It barely worked. It barely worked.
Yeah. The warden, the penitent, the blade, and I guess Cronobo. Who's these guys in thick thighs too?
Yeah.
The Avi.
Alright, so do we want to do the tower bow?
I think you should probably get the tower bow.
Range of 5 is pretty gangster.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so how do we do this?
What's the
$9 Reno?
That's how much it costs. However, I am certainly happy throwing my big 20 towards some of this.
Yeah, the warden can help pay for it. He really likes the huntress. Thinks she's a nice lady.
Nice burnt orange jacket.
Yeah.
I personally do love me some burnt orange.
Ditto. All right, this... Oh, we don't want that.
Yeah, don't want that. I think I am going to buy the pilgrim staff, and I think I'm going to sell these two.
Okay.
Yes, and we should also sell...
Do we need to, sell down
all of that giant pile because there's too many things? I'm just going to take a quick look at this, too.
Should we just do that later so we're not...
Yeah.
Forever? Well, this would be a good sell because it's the same as the other staff, but 1 less yellow.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Definitely sell that. I think we should just probably sell a bunch of stuff. Dang. Shields. Ring. Okay, cool. Let's put those back then, because I think we're good. Okay, so we'll buy that. Oh no, sorry, that's the stuff that we're selling.
One black.
Yeah, let's sell that. Probably sell flans or Fran stuff there too. The fortuitous garments.
Not into that?
It's old. I think it's the whole. Yeah, chapter
Hash
2.
fleece.
Let's get rid of that too.
Threadbare woolen garment.
Oh, too ghetto. Let's get rid of that as well.
Flail?
Maybe
Kind of cool. One-handed things are kind of handy.
We only have one shield, so maybe keep it just in case.
I think we might have... No, yeah, we should keep the shield. We do have a couple of these like big two-handed weapons.
Maybe just keep like the highest one, or the best one or two.
What do you think? The Bardiche or the Great Axe?
That's
kind of cool. Two additional cards on a crit.
Yeah, that's pretty sick. Maybe get rid of the Bardiche. We can just buy that again later if we wanted to.
Totes. How many are we supposed to be down to?
We can carry up to 10 is the amount.
9. Let's keep the Bardiche.
Okay. Maxing out, and then some quick maths. Maybe we'll do the quick maths later rather than doing it while streaming. I guess we could just add this all up too. Do you want to do a bunch of quick math? Sounds good. Whatever the total is, half of that is what we get.
That's
back.
it?
Mm-hmm.
17, 23, 27, 29, 35, 40 on the dot.
Gorgeous. 20. Well, let's give that to our newest friend, unless you want to split it up between two.
Nah. The Warden strikes me as a non-materialistic kind of guy.
Sounds good. And according to his book, he doesn't have much going on.
Oh my god, he has no life, literally.
Mm-hmm.
That was crazy. That was crazy.
Yeah, that was wild. And
We'll never get over
so
that.
So yummy, by the way.
Oh, so yummy.
Apple pie. Okay, onwards. You want to continue?
Oh yeah. Right, we're reading. Where are we? Trade with the apothecary and bakesmith. All right. The streets are still a soggy mess as you make your way to Varum's main gate. The few merchants and servants out at this hour were already leaving. Hey, that's just it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, obligatums. Few merchants and servants out at this hour give you a wide berth and whisper blessings or prayers to ward off evil spirits as you pass. Gears grind, opening the massive city gate just a sliver, barely enough to squeeze your frames through the doors. It seems no one is taking any chances tonight. The guards on the wall bid you farewell with a nod as you step once again into the Deepwood. According to the Watcher, Glim Hollow should be only a day's march away, but with the pass along the Wire Road drenched from ceaseless rainfall, your progress slows to a crawl. Each of your steps sinks in the mud up to your knees, and the entire party is waterlogged. Mm-hmm. The Iron Golem, however, seems to have no trouble at all wading through the mire.
Oh, weird.
That's some magic action right there.
Must be. Magic tippy-tappy feetsies.
Like an elephant. The treacherous footing inevitably causes delays, and you are forced to make camp as twilight begins to fall. The cold, wet night drags on for what feels like an eternity. The sole distraction from your discomfort is in watching the firelight play across the black hull of the Iron Golem as it stands, statuesque in the mud with its haunting stare. Mm. The last half of the journey is uneventful by Deepwood standards. No terrors threaten you, and there are no monsters to bar your way. If anything, it feels as though the hellish wood is holding its breath, waiting. Mm-hmm. You sense the village is near when you begin to pass piles of smoking debris and discarded bones along the path. Perhaps an amber supply run did not reach its destination? You press on through the sickly trees until you finally arrive before the sturdy, well-maintained walls of Glim Hollow. Mm. Open Mystery Envelope E and place its contents in the center of play.
Glim Hollow.
Is that it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is a beautiful map. I think a little smaller than some of the other ones, eh? But
it definitely seems a little smaller.
Looks like a pretty sweet kind of swamp, like frontier town with the palisade walls and everything. And those trees look sketchy.
I want to check out that sketchy cave in the back of town.
Number one. Oh, super down.
The mayor's. All right. Places contents on the center of play. Place the free company marker on location 18.
Same size as the Dream Realm. The Realm of Madness.
That was gnarly. Place the Chapter 9 time track beneath the map, which we've done. Take the path A card.
Perfecto.
18.1.
We can put that up there. On path A.
Veins of amber weave their way through the wooden planks of the village's main gate. Not an uncommon sight for a small village this far from the proper city, as Deepwood timber is often the only building resource one has available to them. The passageway is barely wide enough for a 2-ox cart to fit through, and the gate itself is set against a heavy ridge of stone, preventing it from being easily battered down or forced open. Thick, horizontal bands of iron fortify the gate doors, a clear sign that the designers knew what they were doing. As you examine the gate further, you notice that the iron bands are heavily rusted and the wood beneath is charred. This gate has clearly withstood several assaults in its days, and the countless teeth marks in its surface leave no doubt as to the nature of the assailants. Just then, you hear the sound of bowstrings being pulled taut. "Halt!" cries a voice. "No outsiders may enter, lest they draw the beast." You look up to see several guards on the parapet with bows trained directly on you. The guards appear nervous, but at such close range, there's little chance of them missing their mark. Brandishing the oath marks on your wrists, you explain that you come by order of the king and promise them that if their bows are not lowered immediately, the beasts of the Deepwood will be the least of their worries. Because we're going to smack a bitch.
Trudging through swamps, being unhappy.
I've had a day out here.
Yeah.
The guards unconsciously begin to lower their bows and then pause as they remember their orders. You can see they are about to draw again. They would draw against the oath mark? This is not how this should be going. Choose 1, threaten the guards, or 2, command your iron golem to break down the gate.
Oh, dang.
I feel like we'd like the gate intact.
I think so, too.
The looming beast.
Mm-hmm. Threaten, shall we do?
Yeah, let's do a big old threaten. We got some hard threaten action going on, right?
Mm-hmm.
Perform a threaten check. Difficulty 7, 6 if you have an Ursus.
Alas, no Warbear in the party. Such a cool character.
Would you like to do the honors?
I would love to. So difficulty 6, eh? What do you think, 5 or 6 dice?
Where did I go here?
Oh, 7. No,
7.
Ooh, 5 or 6 dice. What do we do?
How many rerolls?
I don't know if we have any rerolls.
We got 1.
We have 1? Amazing. Maybe 6 feels like a lot.
6 feels like a lot.
Let's do 5. Okay. 2, 4. There is a crit there though, so let's reroll this one. Mm-hmm.
So roll the crit first, maybe?
Mm-hmm.
There it is.
Gorgeous.
You're a beast.
Gorgeous. Baby, that's all we need.
You're terrifying. 18.15. You nearly order the golem forward, but stay the command at the last moment. They're fools to raise weapons against the mark, but the Deepwood is a capricious place and fond of tricks. Who knows what they've seen from these walls? You raise your voice and, using the full weight of the pact, remind the guards of the inevitability of their circumstance. You will gain entry to the village one way or another. The guards hesitate, their eyes flit from you to the golem and back again. You can see the conflict and you see the moment to assure them, "We're here to kill your monster," you say. From within the Deepwood, something groans, fell and horrifying.
Ooh.
Love that.
Mm-hmm.
The guards visibly shrink back, but whatever it is, it seems to convince them at last to allow your entry. One disappears from the wall, and a moment later, the gate creaks open, its mighty hinges groaning. All Oathsworn gain a battle flow token.
Sweet.
Love me. I always forget to use battle flow tokens, I feel like.
I know, me too, and they're so useful.
Yeah.
They're so good. Thanks, sir.
You are welcomed by a crowd of suspicious faces and the guard captain, who quickly orders the gates shut again. The villagers gathered around the gatehouse keep their distance, yet there is an odd defiance in their eyes that you are not used to seeing from the peasantry. Something seems off. Approaching the captain, you ask him to take you to the leader of the village. You need to find out why this village has gone dark. Place your free company marker on location 2. The Bears. Would you like to pick up at 2.3? Holy
2.3.
crap. I'll let you get there.
Way back. Back to 90s nights. 2.3. Add a time token to the time track.
Oh, snap.
That we shall. Wonder if we can actually get that on the map, maybe. Put that there. Put that there. Will that fit? Sweet.
Oh, yeah.
Then will it fit? Awesome. Cool. And time trap. Sweet. There we go. We got some goodies on the map. You were led to the mayor's house near the edge of the village. It's a very large home and in rather good condition, but far more simplistic than you would expect from the lord of the town. All of the buildings here boast a sturdy construction, and you notice glimmers of light reflecting off the dark wooden planks of their doors and walls. As you pass, you realize streaks of amber run throughout each plank of wood, much like the main gate. You've never seen an entire town built strictly from Deepwood lumber before. Perhaps the mayor can shed some light on this particular design choice. ...
Thanks for coming, Orluza.
Absolutely. Have a good day, mate. Ta-ta for now. A tall woman with red hair opens the door to greet you and introduces herself as Elia, the housekeeper, as she welcomes you inside. You are escorted to a library not far from the home's main entrance where the mayor awaits. He is a gaunt man with shifty eyes and hands that never seem to stop moving. His fidgety nature seems to be more akin to restlessness than nerves. Nevertheless, he greets you warmly as he tugs on a pull bell. Ding dong! You hear the ring faintly from another room. You are welcome, Oathsworn. You must be famished from your travels.
Indeed.
He says, tapping his fingers along the back of a chair. My kitchen will bring you food and drink at once. While we wait, please tell me what brings you to our settlement. As you explain your mission to see the amber supply lines reopened, he informs you of a creature that has been plaguing the village. It has breached the walls more than once and strikes at anyone that tries to pass beyond. We have lost dozens of haulers and guards already. If you have clue token 1, how the heck could you have got a clue token 1? We do not have clue token 1, so 2 points apiece. Perform a spot check. Would you like to do?
Oh, sure.
Sir? Difficulty 6. Oh, interesting. Add 1 to the result if the occurs with you. There you go. So 6 it is.
Spot check. We got 1 reroll on that bad boy. Back.
Just 1 reroll. You could hypothetically spend a reroll token if you wanted to.
Is it the same kind of deal where like you get it back if it doesn't work out?
Yes.
All right, let's do it.
Balls. Well, I can get it back, and
That was a lame roll.
that's okay. 2.7. It's hard to tell whether it is your presence or the topic of conversation that makes the mayor so uneasy. But when you ask him for more information about the monster, his voice trembles slightly, clearly nervous now. It attacks on the eve of each new moon, he informs you. It comes to feed and then just disappears again. Tomorrow is such a moon. I have not seen it myself, he says, walking to the entrance of his manor. But the villagers and guards can tell you more.
I'm sure he's never seen it himself, hiding in his big old fancy mansion.
Mm-hmm. As you listen to the man, you cannot shake the feeling that there is something else hidden somewhere beneath the surface here. A secret they wish to keep from you. Time will tell, as for the moment, it appears you will need to deal with this monster soon enough. Honestly, I'm quite relieved to have your free company here to help in these dire times, the mayor adds. I can assure you, once this matter is dealt with, we will be able to reopen supply lines to Varoom at once.
Likely story.
Balls, only if you have clue token 5, talk to the housekeeper.
Probably would have gotten that from the spot check.
Yeah, that makes sense. Mathematics.
Mathematics.
Go to the tavern, turn to 14.1.
Assuming we go.
Let's see. 14.1. Indeed, place your free company token on 14. Beautiful.
I know stuff.
Add a time token to the track as well, please. Good sir. Having made good progress, and with the hour drawing late, you retire to the village tavern. The inn is rather unremarkable by most standards. The one thing that does stand out is the eerie lighting in the room created by the reflection of the lit sconces against the amber-laced timber used for the walls, floors, and every piece of furniture in the establishment. I'm kind of picturing, I'm going to butcher the names, I can't remember it, but that Japanese style of gold in the kirigui, or it's something like that. That is not it, but
I don't know that one. I thought you were going to talk about I thought you were thinking about the burning one.
Oh, similar, yeah.
Sugiman. That's the only one I know.
That is amazing. That does fit the bill though too.
Yeah.
The one
I know what you're talking about though, like when they break something and then
and they put it together with gold.
Yeah, totally.
Like super cool. Okay.
Sean would know.
I bet he would. If only he was here. Alas, alas. After paying for the night's stay, an old hunchback of a woman greets you curtly and waves a crooked thumb towards the stair, directing you up to the bedrooms. Despite resistance from the tavern's proprietor, you decide to bring the iron golem into the inn and station it outside your room. As you store your gear for the night, one of you discovers a piece of parchment on a bedside table. Curious, you open the paper and read it. Meet me at the apothecary tomorrow. I need to speak with you. Zila. Are we getting cult vibes here by chance?
Are you feeling cult vibes?
Maybe some creature takeover cult vibes. That's kind of what I'm feeling.
I can feel it.
The remainder of the evening is spent downstairs in the common room by the bar, passing the time in conversation, much like you would back at the Broken Oak. The atmosphere, however, is far different, as all eyes seem to repeatedly find their way back to you throughout the night. Well, I mean, we are pretty dashing.
That's true.
Perform a spot check. Difficulty 8. Add the amount of clues you have to the result.
Jesus F.
Okay. Do you want to make the roll again?
No. Desperately no.
All right. Well, 6.
O.M. Gina. We get one free reroll, and you got 2 crits.
Okay, so we need this reroll to land, and then we should be good.
2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate?
It's Gina! It's Gina! Amazing. Okay, well, that's fantastico.
Great job.
14.7.
Crush that. We don't need your clues.
With your support.
Aww.
And I forgot where I was going. 14.7.
Sucked all the bad out of the dice for you.
That's teamwork.
I gotta say, I don't know if I'm getting call vibes, but I'm getting some like mad conspiracy vibes. But I guess call wouldn't make sense because
conspiracy. I think that sounds good. Kind of reminds me of like I heard a really creepy 3D, not 3D, AI prompt.
Oh yeah.
Of it was an image but turned into like a role playing situation of you go to a house party and it's not till you have a couple drinks that you realize no matter where you look and who you talk to, everybody's looking at you and everyone has too many fingers. Which is terrifying.
Weird.
Okay, before a round of drinks is delivered to your table, one of you glimpses a servant drop something into each of your mugs.
Whoa!
You quickly inform the group as the act can only mean one thing, an ambush. You signal your companions to get ready to leave. The common room is a bloody place to be ambushed in. You can only hope they want to take you in while you sleep. Not wanting to tip your hand, you pretend to drink from the tainted mugs and feign you are none the wiser. Eventually, you rise from the table and retire for the evening. Luckily, no one moves to hinder your ascent up the stairs. Oh, shit. Fuck those clues. I'm glad we got that.
Dude, if we'd missed that, what would have happened?
Game-wise, we would have been ambushed for sure.
Yeah.
But story-wise, it would be interesting.
Right?
With the golem stationed outside your room, the decision is made to sleep in your armor and a rotating watch is established. Every free companyman learns to sleep knowing they may die in the night, and this evening will be no different.
Savage.
Yeah. Your suspicions are confirmed early in the morning hours when a tap on your shoulder wakes you. Excuse me. A silent hand gesture from your companion, directs your attention towards the floor where a hatch concealed under a rug slowly opens and a dark shape begins to emerge. The would-be assassin never stood a chance as one of your blades finds their throat. Suddenly, A voice shouts from below, and more concealments burst open in the walls and ceiling.
Oh my god.
As a gang of cloaked figures rush into the room with daggers drawn. All pretense of stealth is gone. The room erupts into a close quarters melee. Wild.
They just have this room in an inn prepped to murder people?
The murder room.
The murder room.
Murder.
That's savage.
All right, so we all need to perform a round of combat. Do you want to start?
Sure.
We need to beat
combat?
6.
We didn't give the warden any equipment.
Do you want to grab
I'm
whatever?
going to equip him really quickly as he was previously equipped or close to.
Get strapped.
Strapped, son. I think he was like gangster to swordnet.
Yeah.
All right. 4 Lelos. What's the score we got to hit?
6, if I recall. Yeah, defense 6.
Yeah, we're just going to roll the 4 yellows, I think.
4 yellows is pretty... Oh!
Holy fucking Jesus.
Ouchie
There's no
kibbles.
point in a reroll, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, that was bad.
Oh, I realized we messed up. The might check probably doesn't give you a token. It's only missed attacks in the encounter that does. I think that's probably it.
But you get it back?
If you do a reroll?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I can't remember.
We didn't gain a token there.
No, yeah, so I think we're fine.
Huntress?
Oh, sorry, yeah. I just got excited to get the
Dare
new
you.
Pilgrim Staff.
All right, 5, 6?
6. 5. Not enough.
No reroll.
Bugger.
Savage.
Mm-hmm.
All right, it's all on you.
Did you? Yeah, you did 2 reds. 2 reds, that's badass. Okay, 4.
Got a reroll?
2 crits, 2 misses. This is the Harbinger. Yes. 1. Cool.
There it is.
Done deal. Okay, what does he have? 2 yellows, and let's do 2 whites. We got 1. Sometimes that's all you need. Okay, well we got 2. Sweet. Okay. Let's see what happens here. The fight turns in your favor. Recognizing their inevitable defeat, several of the figures break and retreat. One, not being able to reach the exit, turns and dives for the window. Crashing through it, you notice the control rod for the golem clutched in their hand. Without pause, you dive after them. Choose an Oathsworn to give chase.
Oh my god.
The chosen Oathsworn performs a chase check, difficulty 5. Add 1 to the result if the ranger, balls, is present. After the draw, you may spend 1 + 2 animus token to add 1 to the result. Sojourn should do it then.
Absolutely.
Okay. Chase check, difficulty 5. Do we have any rerolls for chase?
No such thing.
Bugger. Okay. 3 dice or 4 dice?
What is
Does he
it?
have a reroll? Difficulty 5. He's got 1 reroll. Maybe 4?
Probably 4.
Okay, so 3. So he needs to use a reroll then, because if he spends that token, he only gets a 4. Okay, so let's do it. Sick.
Crushed it.
In that case, he doesn't need to use the token, because
Nice.
he just crushes it. Awesome. But the reroll is
Gonzo.
Mahatma Gandhi.
Amazing.
Okay. If we succeed, turn to 14.2. I am glad we succeeded.
No kidding.
Do you want to take over with 14.2?
Sure.
Fantastical.
Charging through the pouring rain, you outpace the cloaked figure and quickly tackle them to the ground. Muddy fists fly and fingers scratch at your eyes. Also, can we just note that we did all that attacking and it didn't matter?
Yeah, really.
That was
it didn't
weird.
do the thing, yeah.
I was so nervous. What are you looking for?
This remote, because this light is a little too bright.
Ooh, there's the mood.
Yeah, I didn't do what I was hoping it was going to do, but might be a little bit better.
Muddy fists fly and fingers scratch at your eyes as you grapple with the thief. Your well-honed battle reflexes kick in when a dagger suddenly emerges from beneath the cloak and you roll to one side out of melee range. With your arms raised in a defensive posture, you brace for an incoming knife thrust, but instead see the blade inexplicably slash across the assailant's own neck, ending the struggle.
Oh.
That's got some cult vibes.
Yeah, cult vibes!
As their lifeblood pours from the gaping wound, you get your first good look at your attacker's face. It is a woman. What madness is this? That she would kill herself rather than be taken captive. In the palm of one of her lifeless hands, you find the control rod snapped in two. Before she died, she managed to break it along with any chance of you using the golem again. Why do you take it?
Curse you, Toby! Curse you!
As you gaze down at the body, the rest of the Free Company appears at your side and informs you that the assassins have retreated back into the night and that the golem has gone dormant. All Oathsworn gain a combat token of their choice.
Probably redraws, please.
Yeah,
if an opportunity does come to ungag the golem, we should definitely do it. I have a feeling the going dormant probably means no. But just in case.
So lame.
Just in case.
With the danger seemingly over for now, you look more closely at the woman's corpse in the hopes of finding a clue as to who these people are and why they attacked you. Perform a search check. Difficulty 4. You need a reroll on that bad boy.
Would you like to take her away?
I feel pressure, but yes. 4 is low.
Gangster. Done. Dealio.
You succeed to the 14.15. That's 14.5. That's why that doesn't make sense. I turned it was immediately perform a might check, and I'm like, no, this doesn't seem right. You find no letters or any other belongings on the woman's corpse. However, as you investigate further, you notice a strange lump beneath the skin of her arm and surrounded by a jagged scar. Called vibes. Using her knife, you lance the bulge and find a bloody sliver of white amber gemstone planted beneath the skin. You've never seen anyone do something like this to themselves. Strangely, as you study the stone, you swear you can hear a voice whisper at the edge of your mind.
Oh, super culty.
Is this what the Watcher wanted you to find? With the search complete, you return to the tavern and find the establishment empty. Only the slumped form of the golem remains. Even the innkeeper has fled. With the control rod broken, you will not be forcing your way into many other places in the village. Someone does not want you making inquiries.
Interesting.
Gain clue token 3.
Clue token 3. We shall take it.
You called it on the cult vibes. It's getting cultier and cultier.
Up in here. Cult in here. Cult in here. Okay, there we go. So we got clue token 3.
Confident the cloaked figures won't attack again tonight, you try to use the last few hours of twilight to rest. Morning comes without further disruption, and after heading downstairs to scrape together enough food for a meal in the empty tavern, you weigh your options. There is something more than just a Deepwood creature casting a shadow over this village. It takes a particular type of zealotry or madness to attack a fully armed Free Company. And equally strange is the fact that the tavern has been completely abandoned. Something is very wrong in Glimhollow. Clearly. Your orders were to reopen the amber supply lines and search for evidence of the white amber the Watcher is so keen to get his hands on. The mayor did seem sincere in his desire to reopen the routes to Varum, but to do that, you first need to find and kill the alleged creature. That said, how secure would a supply line be with a roving band of cloaked assassins loose? Perhaps there's a connection between last night's attack and the white amber. Either way, you suspect you won't need to go far to find answers in this village. Things tend to find their way to you around here. 2 paths lay before you. Do you investigate the strange happenings in the village, or do you focus on the hunt and find information about the beast? You know you will not have time to do both.
I'm kind of curious if they're related.
I assume they have to be.
Yeah, my gut feeling is investigate the village.
Yeah?
I'm happy with the other one too, but that's the gut feeling.
I agree. Cult seems like a bigger deal. Monsters are monsters.
Cold people.
Look like raisins, smell like people. Strange happenings in the village. 14.13. As you piece together what you know so far, some of the evidence does not add up. This village is supposed to be one of the longest surviving settlements near Varum. If this area were the den or hunting grounds of some kind of creature, it surely would have begun attacking a long time ago, and perhaps even prevented Glim Hollow from lasting so long.
Mm-hmm.
Experience tells you the villagers must be involved in some kind of activity that has lured the beast here. Speaking to the villagers may help shed some light on this assumption. An investigation of the wall where the creature last broke through could also provide clues as to the nature of the beast. There's also the strange note you found from the village apothecary, Zila. She seems eager to speak with you. Investigate the strange happenings in Glim Hollow. Place tokens 7, 8, 9, and 13 and take the Path A card.
7, 8, 9.
7, 8, 9, and 13.
Okay. 7, 8, 9.
Oh, wait, we just put them over here?
Oh, no,
Or
we'll put them
out
on.
there.
Mm-hmm. We'll put them on.
Choose a location to go.
So we don't have the cave yet. Where's 9? Town Square.
Too bad. I feel like the cave is probably a monster thing.
Mm-hmm. If I recall correctly, the lady, or I don't know if Zila just kind of sounds like a feminine name.
Yeah.
She said meet in the morning, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, at the apothecary, I think.
It is now the morning, so shall we start there?
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Okay, sounds good. Let's go to 13.
So that's 13.1.
Mm-hmm. Path A, 13.1.
You decide to pursue the handwritten note you received from the town apothecary, Zila. When you arrive at the establishment, there is no one minding the store, and there are signs of a struggle. Several glass vials have been smashed on the floor, and the main door has clearly been kicked in. You've seen enough in your short stay in this place to know she must have been abducted. Someone does not want her speaking with you. As you search the store for clues, you find a package of unguents. How do you pronounce that word?
Unguents?
Unguents?
I'm not too sure.
Unguents? It's a very strange word. It's
Unguents?
one of those like fantasy words that I read all the time and I don't quite know how to say.
And then you say it out loud. What word is this? Yeah.
And pulses with Zila's signature written on them. Something about the parcel gives you the impression she intended to give this to you. Her reasons for trying to help you will only be answered if you can find her before it is too late. Gain 2 curatives and place them in your injury deck. Great choice not buying any.
Waka back over here. And we'll do that.
Choose a location to go.
Okay, what's your thoughts and feelings?
So we got houses, walled area, and town square.
Houses, walled area. I kind of think if we go to the houses, it might hit us with how many clues do you have. So maybe you should go with the walled area.
Walled area is maybe where they would take a kidnapped victim.
And to get more info about this beastie that's been attacking.
Totally. Oh, sorry. The walled area is 6. We don't have that one. My bad. 7 was the option. What's 7? 7's just the wall. Oh, that's probably where the thing got broke in.
Mm-hmm.
So town square?
I kind of think, if you want town square, let's do it. I am curious about the wall. Because I think we might be able to get a clue there, which might help us out elsewhere.
Okay, I'm good with the wall then.
Sounds good. Let's do it. Let's do it.
You want to take over with the wall?
I would love to. 7.1?
7.1.
Okay. It is not hard to find the spot where the beast last breached the village. A large section of the wall has been collapsed inward, and a mismatch of stone, wood, and even furniture has been haphazardly stuffed into the gaps as a temporary barrier. Judging by the size of the breach, you were in for quite a fight.
Ooh.
Perform a search check. Difficulty 5.
Your turn.
Okay. Let's do 4 dice. We get 1 reroll, correct?
1 reroll, yeah.
And we are...
Snailed it.
Snailed it indeed. Fantastical. 7.3. At first glance, it appears the walls were battered down, but as you look more closely, it appears the stone has been melted? Each boulder is coated with a fine dust, and deep pitting and scars mar the surfaces, as though whatever substance caused the damage continues to dissolve the stone. Gross. Yeah, slime and cult, that goes together quite nicely.
True.
A search of the ground at the base of the wall uncovers a trail of corroded rock leading back into town. Carefully tracking the debris leads you directly to the warehouse used to store the village's amber reserve. Place location 10. Choose a location to go. That the amber reserve?
Mm-hmm. You want to just follow that bad boy?
Tempted to. Is there anywhere that you want to go to first, though?
No, let's do it.
Okay, 10.1. Fantastic. You. For that point, 10.1. It's such a small thing, but I love the little background pattern that they have.
Yeah. Is it different in each chapter?
I think it's just identical all the way through, but it's a nice one. Just me nerding out about book stuff, as that is my profession. The warehouse used to store amber reserves is the largest building in the village and is the place where amber shipments are prepared for their journey to Varoom. As you enter, a clerk tries to bar your way, but one look quickly makes her reconsider stopping you. You step inside, trailed by the woman, and find row upon row of shelves barren and a line of empty carts arranged against one wall. Not a trace of amber can be found. The plot thickens. You ask the clerk about the absence of the amber, and she replies, "It was moved after the last attack, my lord." Her focus darting between each member of your group. Heading deeper in, you search where the monster had clearly gained ingress. So the monster totally broke in.
Totally did.
Perform a reasoning check. Difficulty 5.
What are we rolling for a 5? 5 or 4?
Probably 4.
4.
Do you have a reroll on that?
Yeah, we do.
Sweet. Don't need it.
Oh my
Don't
god.
need it.
These dice are on fire.
Okay, don't need to add a time track then. Turn to 10.5. As you investigate the warehouse, you come to a large hole in the wall where something huge is obviously broken through. Obviously. The shelving in this area is in tatters, and it seems as though something has partially dissolved the wood and stone, getting lots of acid tips here.
Yeah.
Only the tiniest chips of amber can be found in the debris. It is possible the creature broke into the reserves to feed upon the amber? Gain 2, clue, token 2. A search of the back of the warehouse uncovers a second storage area tucked away, out of sight. Keep it secret. The amber on these shelves is unlike anything you've ever seen before, and it glows a brilliant white rather than the familiar orange. That's what we're here for. This must be the mysterious amber the Watcher was so interested in. He also gave you an important warning about the strange material. You pause for a moment to try to recall what it was. Oh, I remember.
Wasn't it to not pick it up?
Not touch it with your hands.
But didn't we also pick up the one that was in the person's arm?
Oh, interesting. Yeah, it kind of glossed that over. Eh? Choose an Oathsworn to pick up the amber. What did the Watcher tell you? Write it down. Well, he told us not to touch it with our hands, so I think it's fair to assume that we are good there.
But we still have to pick one to pick it up?
Yes.
Hadrian!
The wall. Okay, sounds
kind
good.
of thick in the head to my mind, but good-hearted.
Absolutely, especially with the book. If your answer was not to touch it with bare skin, which was correct, 10.6. Would you like to continue?
Sure. The implication being when we picked it up before, we didn't use our bare skin?
I think so.
You suddenly remember the Watcher specifically told you not to touch the stone with bare skin, otherwise there would be unpleasant effects. Using a scrap of fabric, you collect a fist-sized chunk of stone and carefully wrap it up. As you hold the mysterious rock, a feeling of deep anguish washes over you, and you swear you hear faint screaming from somewhere off in the distance. This substance is clearly far more than just your average hunk of amber. The resin exudes enormous potency. The thoughts give you a moment's pause. Perhaps it would not be in everyone's best interest if a substance like this were to be in the hands of the Watchers. They are creepy as fuck. Who knows what they will do with the stone? The contract the Watcher forced you into only requires you to discover the reason behind Glim Hollow's recent silence and reestablish the flow of amber back to Varoom. There is no mention of recovering this material. On the other hand, you are sure of a reward for completing this additional task, and no free company crosses the Raven Spire without consequence. Would they find out if you disposed of the stone? Take the hunk of white amber back to the Watcher, or dispose of it?
What do you think?
I'm inclined to be a good little soldier in this case.
I was thinking the same.
I don't really see how getting rid of a little bit of this white amber is gonna
make any
prevent
difference.
them from having it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I concur. That sounds good.
All right, cool. You place the wrapped hunk of amber into your satchel and make sure not to touch it again. Write the keyword white on your free company sheet. Choose a location to go.
Okay. Do you want to go to the houses now?
I'm down.
Sounds good. We didn't get the extra clue we were hoping for, but we got some more information.
We got some white amber, so that'll work out probably in our favor. All right, houses.
Houses. Down to the houses we go.
Off to the houses, the wonderful houses of Glim Hollow.
Oops, sorry. Give that back so you can read it.
Sometimes you commit and it just doesn't work out. 8.1.
Go.
The homes in this area of the village are of a much higher quality than the others you've seen. Amber streets decorate the houses and doors here in what appears to be deliberate design choices, if not as an outright symbol of status. You've heard that some villages attempt to establish some equality in their settlements. Being free to do so, far from the rule of room, this village is not one of them. Maybe you can learn something about your mysterious attackers here. Asking around quickly proves you are not welcome here. You will need to be more persuasive. Only if you have at least 8 iron, bribe the villagers, or to threaten the villagers.
Well, I feel like these guys are already beholden to terrible cult stuff.
Yeah.
Kronobo has a bunch of gold, iron.
We got a bunch of iron over here too.
Awesome.
We're not exactly hurting for cash flow, hey?
Mm-hmm. Let's give him some money.
Little Brabby.
Glim Hollow, but I have my money. Is it 9?
8.
8? Oh, sweet. Beautiful. So we'll add that back to the pile.
Would you like to begin with the bribery?
I would love to begin with the bribery.
Begin,
shall we say.
And now we begin!
Okay, 8.6. 8 iron lost. It turns out iron loosens more tongue here than brute force, as you find a merchant willing to trade information for a price. He speaks with you in the privacy of a nearby alley, lest someone discovers he helped you. Where do you think that lot would have gotten their weapons from? He asks, as he nods down the street toward the village banksmith. Place location 15. Choose a location to go there. Okay. Okay. I kind of like the town square is just sitting there waiting for us, but I feel like figuring out all these little tidbits is useful, and I feel like the town squares might be
the terminus.
We
are creeping towards the end of our. If we cover that, we don't get it, right?
That is correct. Yes. What do you think, terminus or banksmith?
So only 2 options, hey?
Mm-hmm. And it might not be the terminus either. It might be something else. I feel like we succeeded on a check and we were just given a clue. I think we should follow the clue.
Fair enough. I'm in.
Okay. 15 we go, and then 15.1 we read. We'll point towards number 9, hoping to go there soon. Okay, 15.1.
It is kind of funny. You see this in like a lot of games where like they have this whole cool thing that you can like romp around and learn all these things, and then they incentivize you not to. It is a bit.
Yeah, Sean and I actually, right at the very beginning, we were like, yeah, we might just like give ourselves the extra item for exploring as much as possible, which is worth considering because I agree. Like you spend all the time writing and making the cool story, but then, as you say, you incentivize completing it as soon as possible, which is interesting. Okay, 15.1. A lone bearded man works the forge at the village banksmith. As you approach, the look on the craftsman's face tells you he already knows you're not here to purchase armor. I don't know nothing, he huffs through gritted teeth. You know that's not true. The question now is, How are you going to get the truth out of him? Choose 1. Ask the banksmith about the cloaked attackers. 2. Take the banksmith's hand and hold it to his forge.
Whoa.
Only if you have clue token 3, which we do. Inspect the bearded man more closely.
Well, we gotta do that.
15.7. Oh, shit. Perform a spot check, difficulty 4. Add the amount of clues you have to the results. We have 2 clues.
Ooh.
2! I guess that would be my roll then. Hey, so we have 2. We only need 2. 3 dice.
Yeah, we got 1 reroll, so...
3 dice it is.
Blew that thing out of the water.
And we Gucci, baby! Alright, well that is fantastico. 15.4. Back we go. Oh, hang on. Was that the wrong one? Yeah, wrong one. 15.3. As you look at the banksmith's forearm, you notice there is a lump surrounded by a scar, much like the one you found on your cloaked attacker. With the aid of a well-placed dagger under his chin, you finally convince the man to cooperate. Interesting. They're meeting the mines, he tells you. I never wanted to be a part of it. Honest. But the whispers.
Ooh.
Hey, I don't know, they mess with your head. Dark. Mm-hmm. The man goes on to say he believes the rituals they conduct there may be the reason why the beast continues to attack the village. In a desperate attempt to save his life, he offers you his stock in exchange for letting him go. You don't promise the latter, but you take the iron. It would be forfeit for his crimes. Furnished with heading, you chain the banksmith to his anvil and head out. Gain 2 random items from Chapter 9 Common Deck. And place location token 6. 2 random items. You know that now that we have someone that uses a bow, and especially since we already bought the bow, it's not going to be a bow. Daggers. It's going to be daggers.
It's gonna be daggers.
It's gonna be daggers.
It's gonna be daggers.
Do you want to draw 2 at random?
I'm so scared of drawing a bow. We got a fun ring.
Rings. That's nice. That's nice.
The bow.
Oh
no, it's an amber nugget.
Oh, a nugget!
If you have 3 health or less, battle flow all cards at once.
All cards at once.
The ring is at the start of each encounter, gain a battle flow token. If adjacent to another Oathsworn, gain 1 animus.
Oh, cool.
And it's a rather nice little signet ring.
Gorgeous. Do you want to give that to any of your characters right now?
I guess he doesn't have an item, so... Probably gonna
that in
make
the
him
bagu.
a poor boy later.
Okay, well that is cool. Location 6. Which one was 6?
The walled area? Oh, nice.
Town square or walled area?
Got these clues we better follow.
Continue with 6?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it. Keep pointing towards the town square. 6.1. So we'll backtrack a bit here. Do you want to pick up at 6.1?
Sure.
Sounds good. That is too far. There you go.
Gracias.
Dinara. Speaking of, would you like a top of either Floricania or more apple pie?
Yeah, what do you feel like?
The apple pie was freaking phenomenal.
Agreed. All right, 6.1, the walled area. You find the secured area the blacksmith spoke of without any difficulty. A large wooden gate, much like the one found at the village's main entrance, securely prevents intruders and prying eyes from seeing into the area. It suddenly becomes obvious to you why the cloaked figures risk their lives to disable the iron golem. Without its strength, breaching the gate will be impossible. If you hope to get to the bottom of what is happening here, however, you will need to find a way in. Place location tokens 2, 11, 12, and 17. Seems we're taking the long way around.
Cool.
2, 11, 12, and 17. 9, 12, 17. Ooh. Oh, man.
There you go. 2, 12, 11, 17. Well, So 12 is just a random location.
Yeah. 11 is the wall. 2 is the mayor's.
Oh, the mayor's again. Hey, interesting. 17 is also just a random house. 11 is the wall. It did give us the hint that the mayor genuinely seemed to want to reopen stuff.
You don't think he's the...
I think we missed clues in there, so it's hard to say. But our sentiment was that he did genuinely want to reopen things.
Yeah, but that was on the failed
that is
spot
true.
Or whatever.
That is true. Should we... Oh, balls. We're right at the end of the unique item, hey? I think we might have missed it in general now, since we need to... Yeah, going to the mayor's would be a risk. I think that it might be fruitful, because he might have something. It did state that the house was more well-appointed, so there might be more things there. The town square is curious, because it's the only one that we haven't been to from the original bunch, so it's either a red herring of nothing... or maybe of use, but we also haven't been pointed there at all.
True.
We now have new ones, some unmarked, one being the wall.
Does the wall lead us out to that 11 area? Or sorry, the 3 area?
Hypothetically, yeah.
Kind of going in a weird direction if we want into this walled area, though, hey?
I kind of feel like trusting, I know we failed, but trusting the mayor one.
Yeah. Okay. So mayor's is out.
So that would be 2, right? No, yeah, I kind of feel like that we should do that one.
Oh, you want to do that one?
I kind of do.
Oh, okay.
But I'm also not keen on it if you prefer to go to 11 and hypothetically go outside.
No, the 11, 12, and 17 just feel so like far from our goal right now.
Yeah. So maybe go to the mayor, because if we get the goal, great. If not, then we can explore more.
Totally.
Okay, sounds good. 2.1.
2.1. On your second visit to the mayor's home, the mayor himself greets you at the door rather than his housekeeper, Elia. Clearly anxious, he hurriedly ushers you into the home and speaks in hushed tones. He was a bit wheezy, right?
Yeah.
I couldn't say anything before, but you are on the right track. They are killing my people and have made me a prisoner in my own home.
He says angrily. Oh, I missed the tone on that one.
Yeah, there was some emotion there. It was still good.
They go into those mines, dragging good people with them. The cultists come out.
Nailed that one on the head.
But the others do not. Listen, they are already inside doing whatever it is they do in there. The entrance is barred, but there is another way in. The northernmost section of the wall is climbable. Defeat the cult, and we will be able to reopen the supply lines. Now they must go before they find you here.
Please, token 1. That's some token 1. Great job.
Thanks, man.
I thought trusting the mayor was like not going back to the mayor, but when you said it, it made a lot of sense.
It was one of two. It was either going to be like we just get fucked, or it was actually useful. It's tough because like the game likes to give you red herrings, and it likes to give you little nuggets of truth throughout too. So it's like which ones to believe.
Totes. We careening straight towards the cave.
So I mean, we could explore more because we've
already spoiled the.
But he did also say people are dying.
Good point. Does delaying mean more people die?
Possibly. What's this thing on the map say? If you're on path B, okay, we're not on path B, so that wouldn't do anything. So I mean, we could just stick around a little bit more and explore. At the very worst, we might lose like a health or some tokens.
All right.
Famous last words. But yeah, I am kind of curious. It would be cool to see outside.
To the wall.
To the wall we go.
To the window. To the wall.
To the wall.
Let's do it.
Till Oglim Hollow crawl.
11.1.
Yes, 11.1. We'll keep pointing there.
Oh, this is going to be an honor. As you approach the walls, you find a guard squad manning the rampart. It seems word of your entrance to the village has got around, and this group shows you more respect than the last one. As you question them about the attacks, they point to where the creature had breached the palisade to your left. Pressing them further, you ask them if they have noticed anything strange within the village. Guard shrugs. Easier to ask what's normal. Folks have been acting strange for months now. The mayor seems different too, not like the other folks. He's always looking over his shoulder like he's afraid of something or someone. Bit of a toss.
Was there anything there as well, or is that it?
That's it.
Interesting. Okay. Well, we got the town square. We got 12 and 17.
I think 12 and 17 are going to be kind of more of the same. Probably just leading you back to the mayor.
Oh, did we ever go to the houses?
Yeah, we did do the houses. We bribed those motherfuckers.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, those houses.
So I think either we do the town square if you're still interested, or we just go straight to the cave.
It's just been looking at us since the beginning, so maybe town square?
Let's do it.
I have a feeling. I wouldn't be surprised if the town square hurts us in some way.
Yeah. We get egged or something.
Yeah.
All right, 9.1. You are surprised to find the town square somewhat lively for such a small village. A few market stalls have been set up, offering food and drink items, while others display crafts or jewelry, as well as some tinctures. One very common theme amongst the wearer is the pervasive use of amber gems. Each Oathsworn may purchase a single Animus +2 token for 9 iron each.
Animus
Doesn't seem worth it.
I think not. Yes, like it's useful, but like I think that's that and Battlefield tokens are the ones we use the least. Battlefield tokens can absolutely see the use, but a little bit less for the Animus ones.
And that's what we got.
Okay. Well, I guess into the cave we go.
Into the cave we go. Would you like to take over?
I would love to. So we'll go to number 1. To the cave. Oh, I wonder. We shall see. I'm curious if we'll be able to see if that's Zila person or not. 1.1.
Oh, yeah. Oh, is the time of day going to impact it?
That might. We shall see. We shall see. You easily scale the wall and drop down inside the mining area of the village. Finding no resistance, you head into the cave. Shadows envelop you as you descend beyond its mouth, and in the distance you begin to hear the rhythmic chanting of a choir of voices. Hoo-ha, 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 ha, ha. It sounds like hundreds of voices speaking as one in a strange language that inexplicably seems familiar from the White Amber. Their voices echo through the tunnels as you quietly track your way deep into the mine. When you approach the lit area, you see the silhouette of a man up ahead wearing a long robe, staring down into a larger cavern below. Slit the robe man's throat from behind. Or 2, try and drag the man quietly away and bind him. The conundrum, being a game, is either he's not a bad dude and we're going to kill him, or it's going to be a much harder check to try and pull him into the darkness and bind him.
I don't think he's a good dude.
He's wearing a cult robe.
Yeah.
Shall we murk him?
Let's murk him.
Let's do it. Okay, 1.24. It only takes 2 steps until you are upon him and silently slit his throat. Done! His death gurgle drowned out by the chanting as you pull him back into the dark. Now you can see into the cavern. Turn to 1.2. I think that was the right choice. Hopefully. Oh, my least favorite word. Small braziers.
That's your least favorite word?
I always mix it up with brazier or brazier. I always mix the two up. One is a bra, one is a...
brazier is a bra.
Brazier.
And a brazier or brazier. Wow, I hate this word too.
Right?
It's a terrible word.
There's a paragraph.
Let's use sconce instead.
Sconce, yeah. We will become ensconced on that term. There's a paragraph in one of the earlier stories where it was in the write-up like 6 times.
Oh, really?
And I was like, no!
You pronounced it a different time each time. The brazier was lit from another brazier.
Have you been to Brazier before? Yeah, it was... I cried a little.
Amazing.
Yeah, it was good. Small Sconces, thank you, of flaming amber illuminate the cavern, and you see dozens of villagers assembled around an altar with a giant white amber stone suspended above its center. A woman wearing an apothecary's belt is bound to the far wall, a smaller piece of white amber attached to her forehead.
Ooh.
Creepy. Signs of struggle show on Zila's wrists, but she makes no attempt to break free as a twisted, masculine voice emanates from her throat. At the head of the assembly, a woman sways to the rhythm of the chanting with her arms raised. You may immediately recognize the red hair that flows over her robes as belonging to the mayor's housekeeper.
Yeah.
Alaya.
That was a big miss. Spot check.
White amber gems implanted in the arms of each cultist pulse in sync with the beat emanating from the giant stone above the altar. There is clearly some kind of connection between the gems and the giant malefic stone. It must be destroyed.
Yeah.
Choose one. Only if you have a weapon item card in your backpack. Throw a weapon at a stone.
Amazing.
We have plenty of weapons there. 2. Only if you have an Oathsworn armed with a bow. Shoot a stone. Only if you have the Witch or the Grove Maiden. How would we have the Grove Maiden at this point?
Oh, we had the Witch. That'd be so cool.
Use your powers. 4. Jump down and try and smash it.
Amazing.
I think we should shoot it with the bow.
I totally agree.
Okay, 2. 1.18.
And yeah, how do you get the Grove Maiden?
Yeah, I'm very curious there. Each Oathsworn equipped with a bow performs a might check. Difficulty 7. You may add your bow's might to this check.
Dang, son.
So at least you get those 2 reds.
Too many?
2 and 5. Difficulty 7. Oh, it's tricksy. It's tricksy, we have it.
4?
Do you have any? You have 1 redraw?
I have 1 redraw.
Oof, I think 4 is a safer bet. Oh,
baby. Oh, is that it?
That's it.
That's 7. What's up? Huntress in his house.
Amazing.
Crushing it.
Do you want to take over at 1.3 with that crushing victory?
Would love to.
Huntress coming through. Killing it.
What? 1.3? One well-aimed arrow is all it takes. As its impact shatters the wicked stone to pieces, the ear-splitting shriek of 1,000 voices suddenly bursts from the stone. When the shrieking trails off... When the shrieking trails off, a new chorus of screams rises as the gems implanted in the arms of every cultist erupt with incandescent light and searing heat.
Good word.
Their skin combusts like matchwood, and within seconds, there's nothing left of them but small piles of ash. Wow.
Wild.
If you have more than 10 tokens on the time track, turn to 1.12.
Oh, no! We definitely have more than 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12!
That chick's dead, for sure.
Yeah, she's super dead, I think. I mean, I guess it does make sense, because
fuck around
and find out, indeed.
You hurry to the apothecary, who is bound to the far wall in the hopes she survived, but find only Zila's charred remains. You failed to reach her in time. Alas. Straightening, you turn your attention to what remains of the stone.
Her and Lysine could have been besties. Oh, balls. What's frustrating there is, like, we would have saved her.
I know, and like the exploring didn't really yield us anything either.
It didn't yield nothing. It's too bad.
So sad. As you inspect the chunks of glowing white stone scattered around the altar, it is obvious to you that this is the amber the Watcher is after. He also gave you an important warning about the strange material. Am I reading the right thing? Uh-oh. One well-aimed arrow, 1.12. 1.12, 1.27. No, we're good. He gave you an important Warning about the strange material. You pause for a moment to try to recall what it was. What did the Watcher tell you? Write down the answer and turn to 1.15.
Don't touch it with your bare hands.
Don't touch it with your skin, boy.
Put a glove on it.
1.15. 1.17. You suddenly remember the Watcher specifically told you not to touch the stone with bare skin, otherwise there would be unpleasant effects. Using a scrap of fabric, you collect a fist-sized chunk of stone and carefully wrap it up as you hold the mysterious rock. A feeling of deep anguish. We've already done this, right?
It sounds eerily familiar, yeah.
Yeah, we've done exactly this already.
Mm-hmm.
Should we dispose of this one? We can do it both ways.
I mean, if we're already bringing him some, we might as well bring him one more fistful.
Do you think it will matter?
I think it might be more of a reward, and I mean, if they've already got some, like they're gonna come here anyways, kind of idea.
All right, write white again.
White
times 2.
times 2.
Seems odd that it would go back to the exact same section. 1.14. Uh, 1.10. All right, here we go. Oh, it is different. Okay. Maybe you can get 2 pieces. Suddenly, through the tunnels comes a clanging of bells from the village above. You know what that sound means. You have heard it many times before. The beast is attacking. Rushing for the cave entrance, you wonder if what happened down here may have caused the beast to return. Charging out to the surface, you find night has fully engulfed the landscape. The glow of amber torches weaving through the streets matches the cries of fleeing townsfolk and guards hurrying to their posts. If you can discern where it is coming from, perhaps you can cut the creature off before it wreaks too much havoc. Choose one. Go towards location 3, go towards location 16, or go towards location 19.
3, 16, or 19?
We have 0 information on where it might be coming from.
3, so that's outside. 16's also outside. 19's also outside. Do we remember where it broke in previously?
7. Probably not there. Or maybe there.
I feel like that's the only clue that we were given as to where it's been before. And I'd be tempted to keep on that track. 4 is also the closest to us. Was that an option?
3, 16, and 19.
3, 16, and 19. I'd be tempted to go closest to where it was before.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
I'm down with that.
Okay.
Confident you know the direction it will attack from, you prepare for the inevitable when the village wall strangely begins to smoke. Wow, you nailed that. Strangely begins to smoke and collapses inward before your eyes. An undulating mass of reeking acid flesh bursts into the village, melting rock and timber. It leaves a smoking trail of mucus in its wake. This is going to get messy.
Sunglasses off.
If you have the mystery chest, open mystery box 9. If you do not have the mystery chest, open mystery envelope 9.
We do indeed have the box. And fun fact, this is one that we accidentally opened on stream many moons ago because I confused 6 and 9.
Amazing.
For you, good sound?
Somehow I don't remember it.
And now we ask the age-old question.
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
Well, this is going to be hard to unbox on camera. Oh, good gravy. You already snuck this open and painted this bad boy?
I did.
Oh my god, it's horrific.
Yes, it is nasty. It's so creepy.
What are you? It's a fleshy goo monster.
Yeah, it's nasty. It's kind of like a weird slug snail
Gross
slime
maw.
monster. Yeah. It's gross.
Oh, yeah. Oh, the neon colors are really good for the acidy effect.
Yeah.
Damn,
awesome.
that thing is wild.
It is such a creepy thing. Yeah, that is thick and disgusting.
Horrific.
Mm-hmm. Holy moly. Is that,
That is the story.
proceed to the encounter.
Proceed to encounter.
Oh, damn. Well, next time, perhaps with Sean in tow, we shall be fighting this horrendous slug monster. I'm just gonna look up its name.
What's it called?
Yeah. What's your name?
This thing is actually ridiculous. So, my future career, not a videographer.
You did a wonderful job. This probably won't be in focus. We shall see if it is.
Oh, that's better.
Oh, that actually does look pretty good. Yeah, this thing is pretty nasty. Not gonna lie, I kind of think I accidentally painted it a little too much Ronald McDonald, but I think it works. What'd that mouth do? It is so creepy.
That too. He's definitely gonna vomit on us.
Do you like how the red stuff is like slimy looking too?
Ooh.
I'm gonna look at the encounter book really quick because I don't see a special rules for this encounter.
Huh.
Chapter 9, 22. Oh, great name. This thing is called the Mollusk.
The Mollusk.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so that is definitely a show.
Yeah, definitely
Gross.
shall. Cool. Well, we shall fight this thing in approximately 2 weeks' time. I'll be very excited to see how the Ranger do. Or not the Ranger, the Huntress do.
True.
Well, thank you very
exciting.
much for joining us on this culty, swampy, acid slime venture into the Deepwood. We have been the Brother Slim, and we shall see you next time. Bye.
Bye-bye.